Hello everyone, it's Kathy, the Backyard Stamper, and welcome to Thursday night in Loudon, New Hampshire. So give everybody just a minute or two to hop in, and I'm actually like on the ball tonight. Okay, so I've got my blog post ready to go, I've got a template ready for you, and so I feel like I'm actually with it. We'll see how it goes stamping wise though. You know how that can change. Hi Debbie. Hi Susie. Thanks for popping on, and I know my mom is here. Hi Mom. Hi Mom. So we'll go ahead and flip the camera down and we will get started. Hi Wendy. Thanks so much for popping in, you guys. I really appreciate it.
All right. So let me just back this up a little. If you're new to my channel, you can subscribe to my newsletter by going to this QR code. If you have any questions, you can email me, Kathy@backyardstamper.com. And if you like any of the products tonight, feel free to shop my online store, kathyschmitt.stampinup.net. I see Ian's here.
Okay, is that better? Because I think I had my microphone on. Check it and let me know. I can see you, Debbie. I see that you're saying it's echoing. I just made a change, so check and see if that's working now. Oh, good. Good. I think I had my my other camera on as a microphone as well. So let's see here. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. So this is my sketch for tonight. This will be card sketch number 7 in my series. And this one is really simple, and I know I will be pulling it out from time to time. I had a little like crafting inspiration block, and so I went through my templates. And I also was like browsing on Pinterest, and I saw this card from a woman in Australia. Her name is Michelle. And I said, geez, that card would make a great template. So that's how it came about. Let me show you what we're going to use tonight. Don't get scared off by the supplies because they're quick and easy. This is the Eyelet Blooms Die. This was April's product of the month. So if you shopped in April and purchased $75, you have the option to add this to your cart for $5. So that is sold out and no longer available. But you know, I just opened it, so we're going to use it. I'm using Stylish Shapes, which of course is a staple in my craft room. We're using Cutest Crew. And tonight we're going to use the birds. I love this whole set. And we're not going to use the dies tonight, but Cutest Crew comes as a bundle. So you save 10% when you purchase both of them. And we're also using the party banners, which I love these guys. So let me grab and put that pretty and pink banner underneath there. So this is a really large number of dies for banners, and you can make cards out of these. That's what we did last week. And or hanging banners, or use them on scrapbook pages, all sorts of uses. So those are some of the tools that we're using, and then we're also going to use the watercolor pencils and a blender pen, because that's old school and that's how we crafted so long ago. And then I've got some embellishments. I couldn't remember the name of these, and I also don't remember if they're current because I don't have the rest of the packaging. So if anybody can help me out, it looks like Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, like shiny epoxy dots or something like that. Hi, Stephanie. Yay, you guys are all here. So on my card, let me show you my card. This is the card we're gonna make tonight. Isn't that so cute? So I used well, let's look at the template here. So I used the largest circle for my colored circle and then the next size down for the white. So, and then I used, for my banner, I used the 1/8 from the largest. So I called it banner number 8 on my template. But it's, if you count from the largest and count down, it's number 8. And then you've got your card base. That's it for supplies. So that's really exciting. So the Cutest Crew, I had to look up where it was. It's online right now, but it came out in the March online exclusives. And here it is right here. So it's still available. I have this one I haven't used yet. So, and I have this one. Oh my gosh, so many stamps, so little time. All right, let me just move my dies out of the way so they don't go crash on the floor. I need my supplies. And I'll say hi to my mom again, just in case she came in late. Hi, Mom. This is one of the cards that we're going to make at my in-person card class on Saturday. All right, so let's get out our supplies. We're using Coastal Cabana, and this is a piece that is 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. When they're the top folding cards, you really need to make sure that has a crisp edge with your bone folder, and you do want to score the cardstock because that's going against the grain and it could crack. I've got my piece of white for the inside. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I have my little party banner number 8, and I cut my circles. So I have everything ready to go, but I did want to show you this eyelet because some of you got it and maybe you're like me, you hadn't used it yet. So let me just set my template aside. I'm going to put that like right here so it's sort of in the camera, and move that out of the way, and I got to bring in my die cutting machine. Alrighty. So this is a card that we're going to make on Saturday, and everything, all the banners and circles will be cut ahead of time, but you'll have to do your own embossing with this folder. And that's not a bad thing. I didn't mean to say it like, but however. All right. So this die, oh, my package is empty. Do I have it out already? Okay. The die has left the building. Let me see where I put that. I could have put it in the wrong case. I had my box all loaded up. Let me make sure I didn't leave it over by my die cutting station. What did I say? I jinxed myself by saying I was all ready to go. I am. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, and something else that I was going to use tonight too, so that's good. All right. So I've got my die, and this die doesn't cut out everything. So If that's what you're looking for, you will be sad. But it's okay because we don't need it to cut everything. It looks really good just cut the way it comes out. I'm going to use a piece of wax paper here. And this die I want to put right at the top of my fold line. So I'm going to put my wax paper, tuck that in so I know where my line is. And I'm just going to do the best I can to get it right at the top and then straighten it on my card. It's slippery with the wax paper. I used a dryer sheet yesterday when I was making it, and that worked too, and it smelled so good. It was a used dryer sheet, but it still smelled really good. Oh, so some of you have this eyelet embossing or die cut, and haven't used it, so I just am coming back with it, partly because my table is small and I have a drink right over there and I don't want to knock it over. All right, that's out of the way. Yay! I forgot to tell you the sandwich on that, but you just follow your plates. It was base plate number 1, the thin die adapter 2, and then the 3, and your cardstock and die, and the other 3. All right, let's see how we did with this. Ooh! All right, so what I should have done before I took the die off is use my little picker tool, but I'm going to use it now. This is the die brush, and I'm just going to rub it from the back and knock out some of those circles there. And you'll see it's okay if they don't all come out. So make some confetti, and I'm just gonna rub a little from the front to get the wax paper off. There. I think that looks pretty good. There we go. And there's my card front. Isn't that pretty? Let's put that away. This is an older one of these. Now the brush takes, it goes on the end of your take your pick tool. So if you didn't have this one and you go to purchase it, it won't be like the standalone thing any longer. But they're the same idea. All right. I love it. I love it. All right, here's my banner. So I'm gonna go and let me sweep up all my confetti. Whee! I'm gonna use some dimensionals right here on this part. Grab a package. So I'm going to put my dimensionals here, and I'm going to put this right up near the edge, but I also don't want my dimensional to go right up to the edge because I don't know, it'll be too close to the edge. All right. I saw this card, like I said, from Michelle in Australia on Pinterest, and her card was this exact layout with Cutest Crew. She just used different colors, And this is what you call a true case, because I really did case it, but I went one step further and made it into a template. All right, so I'm going to use my memento that has a glue dot on it, and my stamps are right here. So I'm going to use the 3 birds. They're so cute, and they fit perfectly in this 2.5-inch circle. Okay, and I am going to do have the best day ever. Oh, not ever, just have the best day. So it's up to you whether it's the best day ever. Oh my gosh. All right, and just gonna go like that. Yay. So far so good. And while I have the memento out, let's go ahead and stamp the inside. This one I made as a birthday card, and I put little bird's feet there. So let's see. I'm going to do that again because I always need birthday cards. Happy birthday. And then let's close up our black. And I'm going to bring in a pool party. I'm laughing at Debbie. She said it's the best entertainment she's had all day. Well, I'm glad, Deb. Let's see here. I just need a little piece of scratch paper for my bird's feet. Okay, here's a question. Do bird's feet go like that or like this? No, they definitely go like that. Okay, never mind. For a minute, I was like, oh no, I have the feet going backwards. It's just me. Oh, I messed one up. Oh well. Oh well. Let me see if I can fix that just a smidge. And if I really mess it up, then it wasn't meant to be fixed, right? There. All right. So now I've got my inside done. We'll set that aside. Let's come back to the coloring. Susie says it depends on which way the bird is walking. You got that right. All right, let's bring out our colored pencils. Now, they have 2 different kinds of watercolors, assortment packages. I don't know what this one was called, if it was 1 or 2, but you know, it's not like you have to purchase these every time. They last a very, very long time. So I'm just going to go lightly. Is that the color I wanted? No, this is the color I wanted. I'm just going to go lightly around my bird. And then I've got this little guy, and I'm going to go kind of lightly around that one. And a little bit of rich raspberry. Ooh. All right, so I've got my colors like that, and I'm going to do a little bit of green for the grass. And that is all the color. Oops, nope, I need my orange. Gotta have a beak. I probably won't blend the beak. I want that to kind of be solid. All right, so that's it. And if you have never used a blender pen before, these are like Velcro. It's an amazing invention that I wish I had thought of. So they come double-sided, and you get 3 in a package. And honestly, I think I have the same ones from 20 years ago, which is not this one, because this one is obviously a newer one, but my tips are all black and they're still going strong. So you always want to get in the habit of just color off first to make sure you remembered to clean it. And I'm just going to paint over where I colored, blending it in, and then I'm going to clean off my brush. See, there was just a little bit of yellow that came off. And now I'll go into the blue, and you'll see I'm going to just blend it down, and I'm going to leave it a little lighter in the center there. Now you want to clean off your brush. Now these tips stain the first time you use them. Nothing to be alarmed about. They just stain, and as long as you've wiped them off on your scratch paper, they are good to go. So I've got that is all colored, and I'm just gonna go a little bit of green, like so. So always get in the habit of cleaning it off. And these are like marker tips. Don't mash them. I always, oh, when people do that, just you're painting on the side. So scratch off on the side, not like this. Okay, so that is done. Let's put this card together. And I need my dimensionals again. So on a big circle like this, I either make a square or a triangle. It depends on if I have like leaves or something I'm tucking under. I might do a triangle on it. But in this case, I just need it to sit up nice. And so I'm gonna make my dimensionals into a square on the back. And then I know it's well supported. Make sure that's straight. And let me get my twine. Oh, I thought I tied my bow. Where is the envelope at? Pretty sure I did. Yes. All right, and I got my glue dot box. So I'm going to just roll up a glue dot. And I'm going to put the glue dot down on my paper. And I'm going to press my bow into it, like so. Isn't that cute? And then for my sparkles, let's see here. Where's my take your pick tool? I'm going to put one here and another one there and one up here. There you go, guys. Isn't that beautiful? I could do a little Wink of Stella too. If you add the Wink of Stella, it's going to keep blending too. So you do want to think about that. If you're bringing in, maybe check the tip on your Wink of Stella. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to make my colors. I don't want a green bird. I want the blue bird. There. Just a little bit. I probably wouldn't recommend that at the class though, because I don't want it to bleed into each other. So very, very cute. Okay, so let me show you what else. Oops, that goes with this. Let me show you what else we're going to do. Oh, but first, let me, I will have a free PDF downloadable template for this on my blog right after here. I just have to add the QR code for the video, and then you can print it out or download it. And honestly, I have a binder, and I just went, and as I had my crafting block, I went through my binder. So let's see here what the other cards are going to be that we're going to make. I think you're going to like them. All right. One of the cards, so we're going to make on Saturday, we're going to make this one. We're also going to make a card using the Hope, Love, and Joy, along with a new embossing folder. The new embossing folder is coming out in July 1st, I believe, and this is Swirls of Magic. It was in the Christmas collection, but it's not just for Christmas. This is not a 3D one, so this takes platform 1 and then the 2 number 3 plates. You don't use the gray number 4 plate with this. It's just a regular one. You just have to take out that shim, that number 2 plate. So look at how it embosses. Isn't that gorgeous? Even though it's not a 3D, it comes out really dark, deep and everything. So then I said to myself, well, I want to do something with a little sparkle and pizzazz. So I tried using my blender brush. So I got red, I left the center white, and added the blue on that side. Red, white, and blue. And here's my card. So this is what I call a color blocking, where the blue is on this side, but I brought the blue over here, and the red is on this side, and I brought the red over here. And then I've got blue letters, and I've got the heart in the middle. So this will be one of the cards that we will be making on Saturday. And you can write whatever you want. You can write, you know, hope you have a lovely day. Hope you have the best day ever. Or just leave it as hope. That speaks volumes. So that's really fun. But who would have thought a snow swirls of magic? See, it's got little snowflakes in it, but they don't really show up as snowflakes. So it really depends on how you're using it. So that is really nice. And it is one of the big dies or embossing folders. So you actually can emboss a whole sheet at the same time, or half a sheet of cardstock at the same time, as long as you're going to trim your edge down, because you get where the fold is. You don't get the swirls. So this one here, this one's cut a little smaller. This one here is cut a little bigger. So I was experimenting, and this is just on a white card base. So I think they're going to love it. And I love this stamp set. This was in the January to April catalog, but they kept it, and it's on the online exclusives, and it's in stock. It's ready to purchase, and you get Hope, Love, and Joy. And I have a couple other samples. This is from Ian, who's here tonight. We did a swap when that January catalog came out, and this was Anne's card. Isn't that great with the purple and the love? You can say, fill the world with hope, fill the world with love. It makes me want to sing the Coca-Cola song. And here's one from Jamie, who also, I don't think she's on tonight, but she's part of our swap group too. And this was a great way to use up just a little bit of designer paper. And all the white was nice because you got a lot of red going on. And here's the other part of her designer paper. So she cut strips that are probably 2.5, and then cut down from her strip 1 1/4 inches from one corner down 1 1/4 and cut that little piece off right here, and that is what she put on the inside. So that's pretty clever. Good way to use up designer paper. So those are some other cards that you can make using that Hope, Love, and Joy set. All right, so our third card that we're gonna, oh, let me show you what the bundle looks like first. So it's got the O, you can have the O in there, and there's dies that, there's a circle die that will cut it out, and then you can put your stamps inside it if you want. And the dies are not overly, they don't overwhelm, but see how you can put the O in there if you want. But it's got the Cancer symbol and the stars and birds, lots of good stuff. All right, so on Saturday we'll be using the heart, and it actually comes with 2 heart dies. So I stamped and did the big heart, and then I did the little heart for the inside. And then our last card for Saturday is this card. And this uses the Fern and Flora and the All Aflutter. And it came from card template number 1. So if you go back to on my blog and look up card template number 1, you're going to see this card, which I used the layout to make this card. So when I was having my block, I just thumbed through and I said, oh ho, I knew I wanted to use the Fern and Flora because I've got 2 packs of it and I haven't used it. And these are cards that I made at the on stage after hours. So the dies to Fern and Flora has lots of little bits and bobs, and here they are in full force. Lots of die cutting on this one. And the DSP, it's dark, but it's really pretty, and that's some berry burst on the back. So the colors in there are berry burst, you've got soft seafoam, mossy meadow, golden glow, peaceful pine, old olive, and did I get them all? Secret Sea. So what I did for my card, oh, and then they also have an embossing folder, which I didn't use on our card tonight. Where's my card at? Oh, right here. So what I did was I had a bunch of peach pie left over, and this piece of card, yeah, I think it was this one with the smaller yellow or gold flowers. But you know what? I thought that's close enough to the peach pie that you can get the idea. I was lightening the colors. This is the reverse side of one of the bigger prints that I probably not going to use. It's a whole page of gigantic ferns. So I'm using that as my background piece. And then here are my 3 strips, and they're 1 by 4.5. And out of a 6 by 6 piece of paper, you get 6 strips, and then you'll have the 4.5. You have a 1.5 inch strip at the bottom, and then I cut that in half, and that gave me 2 pieces for the inside. So I brought in the berry burst with my sentiment and my little gems. And then these cute little butterflies are from the All Aflutter, and I gotta tell you, I am in love with this one. I said to myself, I don't need any more butterflies. By golly. Here's the punch, but I am a sucker for the punches. And this is a punch that punches out 3 butterflies at the same time. And they also, it stamps 3 butterflies at a time. So that's a win-win. This is Fern and Flora. This is the die, and this little shape here for the die is so cute. But on my card here, we're going to use this, and you stamp and then rotate it, stamp again without inking. And then I've got You Make the World a Better Place for the inside. And here's all the little bits and bobs. Some of these are really finicky, but worth it, worth it. And then all aflutter, you've got a solid image for the butterfly, and then you've got the detail, or you can stamp this on a piece of colored cardstock and punch it out, or white, so you get the ink colors. Like if you used a spot for each butterfly, you'd get different colors. I used soft seafoam on my solid, and then I just punched them out, and that worked perfectly because I've got my soft seafoam in there. I don't know if there's green butterflies, but I'm okay with it. The berry burst was a little dark, and you know, it's like this way they don't have to remember to stamp off. It's just stamp it and you're good to go. So those are the 3 cards we're making at my class on Saturday. And I always run a special at my class. If you place a $40 online order or with me at my class between Thursday and Saturday night, then if you're in person to my class, you can have the card class for free, which saves you either 15 or 20, depending on if you make 1 or 2 sets. If you're online and not local to me, I will make the 3 cards for you and send them to you as your thank you. So either way, it's a win-win, and it's a way to say thank you. So it's $40 in my Stampin' Up store, kathyschmitt.stampinup.net. That's $40 of product before your shipping and tax, but after any product rewards that you apply, if any. So, so if, for instance, if you order $50 and you put in $40 of rewards, your net purchase is $10, that will not qualify you for this. You have to have the 40 over after you've applied all of your discounts. So that's my little special, ordering special. And then on July 25th, Debbie says she wants to come. Oh my gosh, that would be great. That would be so fun. Okay, so on July 25th, we are going to have Christmas in July. And I've got these 3 cards. Everybody's going to make 3 of each. They're going to have a kit. This was a paper pumpkin kit from October last year. I bought the refills and some additional sets. So we've got lots of stamps, and we'll jazz them up with some extra layering. And I also plan to have door prizes, Christmas cookies, Christmas music, and we are going to have fun. So if you, that is also available as a to-go option, as long as I have the kits still available. It's first come, first serve, because I have a limited number of the kits. And anyone who pays ahead of time by Venmo or sending me a check, they're going to get an extra package of embellishments as a thank you. So that's my Christmas in July, July 25th. That is all that I have for you tonight, you guys. That was a quick. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate all of you hopping on my channel. And like I said, if you give me about an hour or so, I will load up that PDF onto my blog, backyardstamper.com, and you can download that PDF with the measurements of the card we made. And, you know, I keep mine in a little binder of all my sketches, and sometimes there are other people's sketches. I have some of Marissa's in there. I have lots of Angie's in there. I have some of Debbie's in there. So I collect, if I see another demonstrator that I like their card and they have a download available that will show me the measurements and stuff, I might print it out and stick it right in my binder. Sometimes I save them on my computer. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I print them out. So however you keep them, you know, just utilize the resources that you can that are free, and then you'll be off and crafting in no time. So I'm giving a little plug for Apple Hill Farm. I got my strawberries. If you saw on Facebook, I picked my big giant tray of strawberries, and then I made strawberry rhubarb pie with rhubarb from my garden. I made a pie for my dad, and for Father's Day, and a pie for Marty. So I was going to come on for my scrapbooking, and I had gotten up early to make the pie, and I had the pie, the strawberries and rhubarbs, everything was in the pie crust, ready to go, and I ran out of flour, so I didn't have anything for the top crust. So I couldn't do my live. I had to quick jump in my car and go get some more flour so I could make my top crust. Boy, that pie was good. I love strawberry rhubarb. So let me just check the comments. And oh, I know, Wendy, but you're gonna have a great time. You know, I would love to go to Alaska. So yeah, you'll have a great time. And any time away from work, right, is good time. I say that in jest. I love my job. So my day job. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will be here on Sunday, I promise. I know I said that last week. I said I promise, and then I had to run to the store to get flour for my pie. But I will be here. I've got some scrapbooking to get caught up on. And I kind of cleaned my room up, and I organized my pages so they're out of my way and ready to go. Anybody that's in my Paper Pumpkin Craft Along group, the Paper Pumpkin Craft Along will be on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is a private Zoom class for any of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, including teammates that or team members that subscribed through themselves, and also Debbie's Debbie Frank for Frankly Stamping. So we collaborate together, and we both put up our samples on YouTube and Facebook, and you get a lot of good ideas for alternatives. So that's coming on Tuesday. And also, if any chicks are here, July, we're going to skip the mystery stamping because I'm away. And when I get back is when, you know, coming back off of a vacation, and then it's my first day back to work. I just will not be ready for that Monday. And pretty soon it's the end of July. And well, we might as well just wait till August. So we're going to take a break in July. And Marissa was thinking maybe we'll try to figure out if we can just do like a craft along in the afternoon one weekend, or in the early evening, and just, you know, whatever you're working on, you work on, that kind of thing. So we'll see what we can put together. But I did want to say, I haven't put it out on the Facebook group, but we're not going to have the mystery stamping in July. Sorry. All right, you guys. Thank you, you guys, everybody. Ooh, rhubarb cake and sauce. I'd love that recipe, Stephanie, if you have it. And Debbie's busy working on her paper pumpkin. I just opened my box and shut the box, so I am not working on it yet. But I will. All right. Toodaloo, everybody. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. I'll see you guys soon.